summer of 2023. I'm in this exact same room, and I wake up, and the first thing that I do is I go take a cold shower, and then I come back in my room and I meditate for 15 minutes, and then I read a chapter of Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. After that, I go outside and I stretch, and then I look at the sun for a couple minutes, and then I do some push-ups, and then finally, by the time I actually sat down to do work, it had been 3 hours since I woke up. And on top of that, when it was time to go to sleep, my buddies would give me a call and say, "Hey, bro, let's go out, get drunk." And I was like, "Let's do that. That sounds great." A lot of situations like this where somebody would come up to me and ask me to do something, and I would go do it, or middle of the workday, I would go sit in the living room with my buddies and play chess for like 3 hours, and then come back and try to get to work. And just let's just take a guess here. Like, how much money do you think I was making while that was going on? Zero. I was not making any money with my business. My business was not moving. It was fucked. And so what I needed to do was to learn how to say no. And so in this video, that's what we're going to be talking about. That's the most important thing you can be doing as an entrepreneur. And we're really going to dive in deep with this. So buckle your seatbelts. If you don't know who I am, my name's Steven. I help entrepreneurs and like-minded individuals grow their company, grow their personal brand, grow themselves, and become better individuals so that way your life doesn't suck. And if you like this content, go ahead and click the subscribe button because I make videos every single day. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to make this very, very clear. I say this pretty often, but because I fucking love it. All right, so there's a guarantee with this video that I want you to understand, okay? So you're either going to be on this side, you're going to change, or you're not going to change on this side, or somewhere in the middle. That's my guarantee. If you watch this video, you will be somewhere in the middle on this spectrum. Say this is you, and there's obviously, like, you're heading down a path, and then at some point there's a fork in the road. All right, so like this is you walking down that fork. It looks kind of crappy, but you get my point. So now you're at this crossroad. You either get to pick side A or side B. And so this is what we call a decision. You have to pick one because you can't pick both. So let's talk about decision. Decision is derived from the Latin decadere, which means to cut off. Okay. So in a sense, you are cutting off one version of yourself that you are going to be. So you're either going to be the person that goes down path A, or you're going to be the person that goes down path B. Okay, so which one are you going to do? Which future version of yourself are you going to cut off, right? And so it's very important to understand this because your decisions have so much impact on your life, whether you like it or not. So like I could make a great decision and like hop in my car with a bottle of Jack and like that's a decision, right? But the point is there's a lot of decisions that you can make that can really change the trajectory of your life, right? So if you hop in the car with a bottle of Jack, you could injure someone, you could injure yourself, you can get a DUI. There's a lot that can happen, okay? And like just because you made that one decision, you could be in jail for the rest of your life. So it's important to understand that when you're making decisions to weigh them accordingly. And so with that being said, another thing is to look at the risk reversal of both sides of the decision. So if you're going to go in a street race, I learned this from MJ DeMarco in the Millionaire Fast Lane. That's what the name of the book is. So the weight of both sides of the decision. So on one side, say you're going to do a street race. On one side, you get a little bit of dopamine for beating this kind of street race. On the other side, you crash your car and die. And so it's like, that's probably just a stupid decision to make. Decide. Cut off. Now, say you get pulled up with the same decision over and over again. Okay, and I've talked about this, the stratum or whatever, and how that's the part of your brain that connects to your habits. So here's the habit: drinking, and then you also have the option not to drink. And so here's you. Drinking and not drinking are the two paths that you get to choose. First of all, the stratum, the habits, you form habits and you create a bond with them, and then it's harder for you not to do the bad habit. But also, again, more Latin, identity is derived from essentitas, which is being, and identitum, which is repeatedly. So your identity is your repeated being. So your identity is the person that people see you by. Okay, and the character traits are buckets of skills that we use to facilitate communication, right? So, like, I don't say, oh, he likes to drink tequila and vodka and he likes to drive drunk. I just say, like, he's an alcoholic. And so that's what a character trait is. And so the more connections you make to this drinking, right, the more your identity aligns with an alcoholic because you're doing the things that are required of an alcoholic to do. And so your job as an entrepreneur is to find the propensities that like-minded or high-level entrepreneurs have. Literally just look at any entrepreneur that has been lionized by social media. Just look at any one of them, okay, and look at their traits and the person that they are, right? Read books about them. Read books on biographies of these guys and really get to understand how they act. And if you look at a lot of these guys, they don't do anything. Like, they do a set of 7 things and that's it. Like, look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett makes 3 decisions a year, okay? Because he understands. And that's the thing is, you want to be like that when you're an entrepreneur. You can't say yes to everything. And so it's important to find the things that you need to say yes to, and that's what I'm about to dive into right now. And with that being said, the only way that you will win as an entrepreneur is to make good decisions and make the right decisions and say no to the shit that doesn't matter, right? So we're going to talk about the ways that you can do that. So first is purpose. This is so important, and I always fucking talk about it, and I really, really just want to hound it in. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a sentence that you can say in your head to yourself, or that you write on your fucking wall, that you can look at every single day and know that this is the person that I am. And again, match your decisions with your purpose. So if my purpose is to provide value and help other people, what is the weight that my decision carries on my purpose, right? If it's to drink or to go to the gym, well, if I use my purpose and I'm in mind of my purpose, then I will choose the gym every fucking time. And that's what we're trying to do with your purpose. Your purpose helps you. It's an aim. It's a direction to go in. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a direction. Before I had a purpose, I was lost, and I used to do bullshit every single day. And then finally, I sat down one day and wrote my purpose on a fucking piece of paper and really thought about it. And then my decisions started to make more sense because I did them in alignment with my purpose more times than not. If you want to know how to make your purpose, there's a full guide on my channel somewhere. You can go check it out. I might leave a tag. I'll probably forget, but that's just how it goes. Awesome. So we've covered your purpose and weighing decisions against your purpose. Now let's talk about saying no. Okay. I think Alex Ramosi coined the season of no term. And that is when you have a period of time where you just say no to everything. And that's a fucking awesome thing to do. But saying no means saying yes to the thing. So if you say no, you can just, to everything else, you can say yes to the one thing that matters, and that is your business. Okay? So if you have like business opportunities, say yes to those, right? Say yes to new clients, potential well, it depends, but depends on the situation. If you really think about it, those are the things you should be saying yes to. Ways to grow your company. You should not be saying yes to going out and getting drunk and doing stupid shit, because again, you're trying to be an entrepreneur. So you are an entrepreneur. And so if you're an entrepreneur, you have to do the character traits that align with these multi-million-dollar companies if that's the direction you're trying to go. So be more like these people. And that's how I strive to be, is more like these people. If every single one of these high-level entrepreneurs is saying, you probably shouldn't be doing a lot except for fucking working, and I'm probably going to listen to them. So say no. And I think, again, if you have a purpose, it's a lot easier to say no. My biggest thing is here is that we're going to be talking about is how to say no, because it's very difficult, especially when you have like friends and people around you. And I think one of the biggest things that, like, the biggest takeaways that I've had, the easiest way I've been able to say no is to just not really care about what they think. And that comes with your purpose. Again, I always go back to the purpose. You only have so many fucks to give, and your purpose is the perfect amount of fucks you should give, plus your family. And that's pretty much it. Like, you can say friends, but half the times they're not your friends. You guys are just addicted to the same drugs. So you need, and obviously the people, like, your purpose is going to help the people that you care about. So like the people you care about, God, and your purpose. That's like the fucks you should give. You should not be giving out your fucks to everything ever. That's why people get so upset about everything, because they let their fucks go onto everything. They literally give a fuck about everything. You shouldn't. Like, there's no point. Okay, so when something bad happens, I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. I can pivot and do something else. Or like someone wants to bash me personally, I can just be like, okay, whatever. And so saying no, that doesn't just include going out and getting drunk. That also includes getting emotional about bullshit. Like, I promise you, like, if you have a purpose and you say no, like, you just can't, it doesn't matter. Like, you just can't get fucking mad. You can't have a bad time, and because you just don't give a fuck, and you shouldn't. You just shouldn't. As an entrepreneur, the only thing you should care about is your family and your work. All right, and only if your family treats you well. Like, let's just be real here. It's rash. It's crazy, but let's be real here. Entrepreneurship isn't just something that everybody does. Like, it's weird to start a business. It's fucking weird. And so that's why we have to do shit like this. Like, everyone else can go and like drink on the weekends and eat ice cream and fucking all that shit. But we can't do that. We're entrepreneurs. We don't have time for that shit. Yeah. So don't be worried about anyone else's feelings. My biggest takeaway with that is, if someone approaches you and says, hey man, like, let's hang out and let's be buddies and do this thing, you have all the right in the world to just say, I'm not going to do that thing. And it's great because it actually gives them the opportunity to go find someone else who would enjoy it more than you would. So they have now created, like, you have now given them room to go find someone else. And you can tell them that. Like, you should tell them that. I've had it happen before where I've literally had someone beg me, like, bro, please come with us. Please come with us. Please come hang out with us. Like, no, go find somebody else who wants to, and maybe they will be a better friend. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the fucking truth, and that's how it needs to be. Okay, like let's just be real. Half the people you probably hang out with are fucking dickheads anyway. If they're not entrepreneurs or they're not trying to grow themselves personally, they're probably dickheads anyway. So why spend more of your why let your identity be tied to the proclivities of these people? The point is, like, you're trying to grow a business. So the sooner you become better, the sooner your business will start to grow. Like, the more I've said no to shit, the more money I've made. It's pretty fucking easy. That's literally it. So you're saying yes, like you want to say yes to everything else. And my takeaway point from this is maybe today you should, or any, like, just pick a fucking day and then choose that day to say no to everything. It's an awesome feeling. I've done it before. It's great. The sooner you get this shit done, the better your fucking business will become. Every single time. Don't believe me? Try it out yourself. Again, like I said, you will either change or you will not change, or you'll be somewhere in the middle. Okay, so figure it the fuck out, because I'm pretty sure if you clicked on this video and you watched this far, you want to grow a multi 7, 8-figure business. And the only way to do that is to say no to a bunch of shit. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and comment what exactly you do to become a better entrepreneur. Also, if you're a contractor and you're looking to get more jobs and appointments in your calendar, click the link below, book a call, and we can talk from there and see what we can do. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Stop scrolling on social media, because that's saying yes to not the thing that you need to do.